Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of Compassion and Courage Conversations in Healthcare. I'm your host, Marcus Engel, and this is the podcast where we teach compassionate communication, provide perspective, and inspire resilience. You'll probably notice today that the hotness is not with me, and that's because I just dropped in to make a pretty quick announcement for you. We are super excited around here because we have been up to some stuff. And if you are following us on social media, you may have seen the stuff that we're up to. The stuff that I am alluding to is that the other end of the stethoscope is now available on audible.com. So if you are an Audible user, please go check out The Other End of the Stethoscope, 33 Insights for Excellent Patient Care. This is, well, I can't say it was my first book, but it came out at the same time as my memoir after this. And that one will be coming to Audible sometime in the future. But right now, we're just excited because Stetho is on Audible. Now, what makes this book kind of special? Well, I have to tell you about when we recorded I'm Here to tell you why Stetho is special and different, very, very different. So when we recorded I'm Here, I had to spend, countless hours in the studio. And I can't just pick up a print copy of a book like Stethoscope here and read off of the page into the microphone, right? That's not possible. So we had to devise ways for me to be able to hear the book coming through my headphones and then me repeat everything back out. Well, that gets tedious. And it wasn't just tedious for me, but then we had a small army that had to help us get this book to be on Audible. And that was the engineer. We had an editor. We had another guy. I don't even remember what his name was, but we had probably 5 or 6 people that it took to bring this book to fruition. Well, now with Stetho, I thought there's got to be a better way, right? There's got to be a better way, especially with the invention of artificial intelligence that has come about over the last few years. And so I checked with a team member and we started looking around to see if there is a way that we could clone my voice with artificial intelligence, which would then sound exactly like me, but it would not mean that I had to sit in a studio for untold hours and weeks and months. And we wouldn't have to go through all of the process of getting a small army congregated again to get this project done. How can we do this where it doesn't pose a further burden on me or my team? And so we were so pleased to discover that there is some voice cloning software out there. And instead of spending however many hours and weeks and months in the studio, all I had to do was read into a microphone for maybe 45 seconds. And the next thing you know, we have my book on audible.com as an audiobook. And the greatest thing about it is I don't think you'll be able to tell that it's not me personally reading the book. I don't think you're going to be able to tell. I would encourage you, if you haven't listened to I'm Here, to get both I'm Here and Stethoscope. By the way, Stethoscope is currently on sale. At least I think it's still on sale. And it's for less than the price of one of the hotness's mocha lacchino things from Starbucks. You can get this book read to you by me. I think it's a rather powerful experience, even with the AI. So I really want to thank my team for helping get this book out to the public. And I am just so pleased that we are able to use artificial intelligence to help me, right? This posed a significant difficulty and barrier because of my disability. And artificial intelligence and the further advancement of technology is helping level that playing field to make things possible that we once thought were impossible. I want to encourage you to grab a couple of books while you're on your Audible account. Might cost a credit, might cost you a few bucks, but I really hope that you'll check them out and listen to not only get the content of the book, but to see the technology at work. It's pretty cool. I hope you still get something out of the book too. And I know of the scores and scores of nursing schools and allied health programs and hospitals that use the book in onboarding. I hope that people are able to feel the book in a whole new dimension. So thank you all so much for being with me on this episode of Compassion and Courage. The hotness will be back with me for our next episode in between interviews. And thank you so much for being part of this episode of Compassion and Courage.